guys? Welcome back to MNUFC TV. I'm going to get into the match reaction to Minnesota United 0, Real Salt Lake 0 in the second game of the MLS's back tournament. It was a very, very boring late night game, so I'm going to try and make this quick. Rusnik, one of their better players, was subbed off early for Miram, and which was lucky because Rusnik is a very good player. And early Herrera, one of their players, picked up a yellow card, and I thought Molina was very active all of the first half. Lloyd was very quiet until about literally right before halftime. He hits the post with the best chance of the night, and it falls to Ethan Finley, the rebound, who heads it a little bit too close to the center of the goal when he should be aiming to the bottom right. It's unfortunate. He was just trying to put it on net. It makes it savable, but it really was unfortunate that the first shot by Lod does not go in, and that would have wiped out his whole first bad half. Just coming up with that goal and that spark of magic kind of just almost makes up for playing bad when you were playing bad and you're tied. But it was unfortunate because that's about all that happened in the first 45. It was extremely boring. Wasn't a corner. Both teams were very lackluster with the ball. Roman was one of our more active players down the right with Finley, but Schoenfield just did not play as well as he did when he was subbed on the week before or the game before. So it was a very boring first half, and Molino actually comes out at halftime for Cracone, which I thought was a weird sub. But it was I loved seeing Cracone, but Lod kind of moved to his natural position, which he actually played better at. I really thought. So I wonder, just like I said in my player rating, I question why we were acquiring all these center attacking midfielders, where their best role is kind of that area. It seems like, but Cracone came on, and so I hope it wasn't a Molino injury that made this happen. I hope it was just tactical, even though I didn't understand it because Molino was very dangerous and active drawing fouls. I thought, even though he was a bit wasteful with the ball. Miram picked up a yellow right before halftime as well, their substitute. So that was nice to go in the halftime with that at least. And then Cohen picks up a yellow card early in the second half, and we started attacking a bit more in the second half, but they did as well. They got a couple corners and stuff which we dealt with nicely. I thought Aha played really well at the back. Our whole back line I thought played really well. Roman usually plays at extremely high standard. But Chase had a good night. Aha had good, and Boxall played fine, I believe. He played great. The whole back line. So when Dotson came in, I thought he didn't play his best, but it's all right. He didn't have his worst game. He found the space in the middle a couple times, but there was a couple times where he was just kind of standing around. But as a whole team, at those times, we were kind of all standing around, I thought. Lloyd picks up a yellow card in the 66, as well as one of their players in the 69th, who was lucky not to have a yellow card earlier, I thought. And then they kind of started to make some subs in the 80th and the 81st. They made a couple of subs as well as we did. We subbed in Edwards for Lloyd, who I thought gave us just a little bit of that pace that Lloyd doesn't offer us, and it made Thomas kind of move to the middle. So we kind of had three different attacking midfielders in different parts of this game, and I thought Thomas played a lot better as a cam role. Popping up with a Darwin-esque chip that was easily saved, but it just reminded me a lot of him with the creativity. No one really saw it at the time. If he would have got it off a little, maybe a bit quicker, he would have had it, but the goalie was off, and it was just kind of just a little bit of stuff not everyone would see with the ball at their feet. So he looks promising and needs a bit more time, but a very, very boring game, and with Robin Hood coming up with the best opportunity, hitting the post right before half, and um, we were lackluster with a lot of our corners and set pieces when we did get them. Second best shot at or chance we had was probably Greg Goose with the long shot towards the end of the game, danced through a couple defenders and shots. So it was a very very boring draw, but much needed point for to help us maybe advance. And luckily, Real Salt Lake got picked up 2 red cards against the opponent they played. Sporting Kansas City, so they'll be suspended for our game when we play them. So, a couple of starters, so that's nice to see, and maybe makes it a bit easier for us. So, hopefully, we can advance. It's looking pretty nice for us right now. So, as always, that's my player ratings, and as always, come on, you Loons.